Hey guys, this is Christian from Christian's Crafty Adventures. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a base to create this. Obviously, you can use whatever collection that you want, but I'm going to teach you how to make this. So this is an 8x8 album, so that you can make your own with your basic resources at home. So if you're ready, let's get started. Alright, my friends, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the cover. So again, this is the 8x8 album, and we're going to create the cover first. So you're going to need 2 pieces of 9x12. So I'm going to cut this. We're going to do it together, so feel free to pause it at any time. So I'm cutting 9x12, and you're going to do that 2 times, okay? 9x12. Make sure that it's all flush and flat. Okay, and then set this aside. You don't need that anymore. And then next, so I'm going to do the front first. So the front, at the 12-inch side, you're going to score at 3 inches. And then 11.5. And this is your front cover right here. Okay. So this is going to be your front cover. The next 9x12, the second one, at the 12-inch mark, you're going to score at 2 and 10.5. That is it. Okay. So let me take this away, and let me tell you what we're going to do next. We are going to do we're going to burnish. Burnish. Right there, okay? So this is your back. This is your spine. Oopsies. Okay, that's my cheat sheet. And then this one, this is the inside cover, and this is your tab. So we're going to score. So the 2-inch one right here, that's going to be your spine. So you're going to cut this and do a tab. Just like that. And then obviously you're just going to put tape right here. Let me get my adhesive tape. My double-sided tape. And you're going to put right there. Okay. And remove. I haven't done my nails yet, so it's kind of janky. I was going to do it today, but that didn't happen. That's okay. So you just attach your spine. The thicker one is your spine. So attach it right there. So don't press it just yet until it's all aligned. Once you've aligned it, then you get your... Got it? So this is essentially it. This is the back. This is your front pocket. And this is your spine. Okay? So you can decorate this however you want. You can set it aside for future projects. Or if you want to choose your collection later on, you can easily paper clip it, right? Right there, and this should be ready for you for the next project that you want to do. So we're going to set this aside because we're going to create the hinge. And for the hinge, it's going to look like this as your output. So the hinge is going to be in the middle, right here. The hinge is going to be in the middle, right here, and it's going to attach to your 8x8 pages. So for the hinge, you're gonna get a 7 7/8 by 6.5 sheet of probably NEENAH Solar White cardstock. Nothing too thick. Don't use 110-pound cardstock for this because it's gonna be really difficult to fold. Okay, so we're gonna get like a 65 or 110-pound cardstock. It doesn't have to be thick. I wouldn't use a thicker one, I would use maximum 165-pound cardstock. Don't use like 85. Don't use any of those, because I promise you it's going to be more difficult. Sorry about my allergies. So we're going to cut. Then we're going to need 7 7/8 by 6 1/2. Seven and 7/8. So 7 7/8 right here. Toss that, and then 6 1/2. And you're going to be scoring, set this aside, you're going to be scoring at the 6 1/2 side. So at the 6 1/2, essentially, you're going to be scoring 1/4, 1/2, 1/2, 1/4. That's the pattern. Okay? So 1/4, 1/2, which is 3/4. Another 1/2 inch, which is 1 1/4. And then 1 1/2. Okay, so that's the 1/4 again, and then count another 1/2, which is 2 inches, and then 2 1/2. Okay, and then 2 1/4, which is 1/4, and then you count 1/2 again, which is 3 3/4, 3 1/4, sorry, 3 1/4, and then 3 3/4, and then 4. I'm going to put everything in the description box for you, but I just want to tell you the pattern. It's 1/4 plus 1/2 plus 1/2, 1/4 again, so you know how you're gonna score. So 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/4, and then count another 1/2, 1 2, 5 3/4, and then 5 1/4. So that's essentially it. So if you look at your score marks, you're going to see the 1/2 inch ones. Those are your mountains. So you're gonna, the 1/2 inch ones, those are your mountains. So you're gonna fold that mountain, fold. Okay, so all those mountains, those are the hinges. That's gonna be part of your hinge portion, essentially. And I want to give credit to the person who invented the hidden hinge. I think it's Kathy Orda King. She invented this, and she has a YouTube channel called Kathy Orda King. She is the one who invented the hidden hinge. So I did not invent this, you guys. This is invented by Kathy Orda King. Okay, so now that I just put tape on the 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then so that it attaches onto itself. So we're gonna do that, and then this way. It's easier if you did it this way. I feel like I found that it's easier. And then you score, and then you score again right here, and then you burnish again. Now that it's flipped up like that, and then this one again, you're gonna have a 1 1/4 space in between your hinge, just like that, and then you attach it again, and then you score it again. Don't be shy, just keep on burnishing, keep on burnishing. So don't forget that your 1/4 of an inch is the space in between your hinges. That's what that's for. And you can easily adjust that if you don't want it to be that big. And if you want more pages, of course, you can easily adjust it however you desire. But I just put it right there so I can put a little bit of tape if I wanted to. If I want to do some, like a little bit of bulk, like double-sided foam tape on my pages, I could, or I can expand and do some interactive parts of my pages. I can absolutely do that. Okay, so now that we have our hinge right here, put your trash to the side. This is all the back portions. And this is the front. These are your hinges that we created. So each half an inch, the hinge here that we created is half an inch high. And it is divided by 1/4 of an inch in between each hinge, okay? Next, we're going to put tape right here. So I'm going to put tape in the back so that we're just like removing it and attaching it. After you've done this twice, it is so much easier and you can just mass produce this. This would be great as a gift because it doesn't use so much. For example, you're going to a crafty retreat. This would be an amazing make and take because people can just use it. People can just create it right there and then they can finish it when they get home. But they already have, let's say they already have the base of the mini album already created for them. This would be a great project, a make and take. If you want to teach classes, this would be an awesome class. You know, just charge for, let's say, the paper. But this is going to be an amazing class. So now we have the hinge. Now let's get our album. Essentially, we're already done, my friend. This is the hinge. You peel off and then you add it here. And then you add your 8x8 album. If you want to attach your pages using your tape, this is the opportunity that you can take to just put your tape if you wanted to. Sometimes I like to use my wet glue, my Barely Art glue. Sometimes I'm in the mood for score tape. So it depends on what you have and what you feel like using. So right there, you can easily add that so it's easy and it's already set up. It would be fun to make a kit with this actually. Just by having this on the side, and if you don't feel like assembling it right now, you can just create it and set aside a kit and add like a 12x12 collection with some embellishments and then set it aside for later if you're ready to make this project. I love doing that also. But you see, you just attach it right there. So this one, in this case, we're going to remove our double-sided and then add it to our base blank album. Right there. And then I like to put like a little bit of clearance. I like to put a little bit more clearance on the back because that gives me an opportunity to add more bulk to the back later on if I decide to do it. You see? And then I'm going to add more tape to the other side. Obviously, you're going to be putting on both sides. So you add tape on both sides because that's where your pages are going to go. Like that. This would be perfect for like a family activity, crafty sisters, crafty friends, like a small group. Like, you know, if you want to host a party, you can just create all these beforehand and then have everybody bring pictures and have everybody bring, let's say, a collection, and you guys can work on your album together. And at the end of the day, everybody will have a finished product to bring home with them after the party. So this is what I made. I just used my Live, Love, Happy collection. I just put like a big F embellishment right here. And then this one, I just added this printable, and this is your pocket. So you can easily put absolutely whatever you want in here. It's up to you. So these are just the pages. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but I did cover it. This base, I use an 8x8 sheet of white cardstock. I just got 8x8, adhered it, and then I cut a 7 7/8 sheet of decorative paper and glued it. And so, you know, these are the cut aparts from the collection. I just added white for some photos, and I left space for it to be decorated further. This pocket, this pocket is optional right here. This is optional if you want to make it. You can if you wanted to. And also this one is optional if you wanted to make it. But this is simply, I don't know what this is. This page is, this is 8 1/4 by 9. So it's 9 inches. So what I did was I added, there's this one. This is the back portion. I just added a sheet of 12 by 9, glued it right here, and then folded it to make a pocket. So you can do whatever you want, but this is your basic construction of how you want it, and everybody can just make their own thing. Like you can add pockets, you don't have to, you can just put a big photo on here and call it and put some journaling. You can add extra pockets right here if you wanted to. In my case, I added pockets because I want to be able to have the opportunity just in case I want to add like a waterfall kind of photo technique, or just a plain picture with some embellishments. I could do that as well. So it depends on what you want to do. But this is your basic construction of this 8x8 album with hinge binding. Here's another variation. This one is a little bit bigger, but the concept is the same. You know, same here. This one I did using the Doodle Dash subscription box from Craft Chicks. And there's this project that was a sampler, 8x8 sampler, and I just turned it into opportunities that you can put photos right here and put some journaling right here. So that's another thing you can do. You can be really creative with your pages if you wanted to. You can add some flips, you know, all of that. Or it could be as simple as you like. So it's up to you what you want to do with your album, your 8x8 album. But there's so many options that you can do to make it really interactive if you want. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, you guys. Essentially, all you need is to add your 8x8 pages, and then that's going to be your base, and then you can decorate it however you prefer. My suggestion for you is adding double-sided on the inside as pages, because this one is a single-sided paper, and then I added the decorative in the back. If you want to, you can use just plain paper and then add the decorative when you're ready. That's why I didn't add any white on here, because you could add whatever collection that you prefer. So that is the end of the project. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the description box what do you think about this project. I'm sorry, I have allergies. Thank you for hanging out, and have a wonderful crafty day. This is Christian signing off. Bye everyone.